I first came to Northumberland over 30 years ago when I was a young archaeology student, and I've been a regular visitor ever since. I've lived and worked here, and one of the abiding things that sticks in my mind about this amazing part of the world is the rich diversity of its landscapes. You've got the dramatic coastline, the inland hills behind me, as you can see, and if you love stargazing, well, frankly, the dark skies on offer here are some of the best you will find in the UK. Believe me, there really is something here for everyone.
The largely rural county of Northumberland enjoys some of the most varied landscapes in England. The picturesque coastal village of Alnmouth was once home to a small but prosperous fishing industry, and today its wide sandy beaches are a huge draw for visitors and residents alike. It's rare we pay this corner of the country a visit on escape, and I honestly have no idea why. And neither, it seems, do its residents.
Wow, I mean, where do I start? We have beautiful forests, beautiful walks, beautiful coastline. We have historical market towns. We are the land where Harry Potter was, Hogwarts School. There's a lot of magic here. I think it's a fantastic county.
I think some of the best things about Northumberland are fairly obvious. It's the countryside, the beaches, the open space. You get a sense of living perhaps in a more relaxed environment than in a large city. It's absolutely spectacular.
And so then to today's couple. Now, they've never really had the chance to settle in one place for very long, but now their careers are coming to a close, and in particular their ties with the military, they've now got the opportunity to decide where they want to live. And that is why we are here in Northumberland.
Hi, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Mark. And we're hoping Escape to the Country can find our forever home in Northumberland.
Former Royal Marine Mark and his retired civil servant wife Alicia have been married for almost 30 years and are parents to 2 children, Alex and Lewis, now both in their 20s.
We've lived basically all over the UK and also Germany, from sort of Devon all the way up to the north of Scotland and East Anglia.
Over the years, moving from one place to another has been really hard for us. We've had, I think in the first 13, 14 years of our marriage, we probably moved 10 times with the military accommodation.
18 months ago, a promotion for Mark brought them to Lossiemouth in Scotland, but with his retirement on the horizon, they're now after something and somewhere more permanent.
We're looking forward to making the move because to establish connections within the local community.
I think the most important point for me is to live in a house that we can perhaps put a stamp on it and just enjoy, either repainting, redecorating, redoing the kitchen, whatever it entails, just to make it feel like home again.
With their £375,000 budget, Alicia and Mark are hoping to wave goodbye to temporary accommodation and settle long-term in a detached property with lots of character. They'd like their new home to have 2 or 3 bedrooms, an open-plan kitchen diner and an enclosed garden. Lastly, they want the property to be well positioned for coastal walks with their beloved dog, Barry.
Well, you know, over the years on Escape to the Country, I've helped many service families relocate. But common to them all, I suppose, is the sense that at long last, in buying their own home, they're able to get their hands on a property that they can genuinely make their own. And that is certainly the case for Mark and Alicia. So fingers crossed, we can find them what they want.
I'm delighted to be on my way to meet our couple so the process of finding a forever home in this beautiful county can begin.
Well, guys, welcome to Northumberland and your escape to the country. What a location you've picked. I love coming here, and I'm always amazed that not many more people pick it. But I guess you've had a chance to sort of discover it.
We have.
Throughout your globe-trotting, really.
Yes, we have. My sister lives locally to Annex, so for the past 20 years we've been coming up a long time with the children and visiting the area. My daughter is at uni in Newcastle, so right. The northeast is quite a popular place for us to come and visit as well. We just love the area. It's beautiful, stunning.
Now, I know you're aiming to retire. You don't look old enough, to be perfectly honest.
Thank you.
Thank you. But what are you going to do with this retirement now?
Well, I'm quite interested in volunteering, especially with veterans on the street or veterans coming out of prison, because I like to give something back.
And I suppose in terms of the scope of what you're up for, Are you handy? DIY, knocking something around?
Yeah, because originally before I joined the military, I was a painter and decorator.
And I know with many military families, one of the frustrations is that when you're given your military quarters, you can't really do anything to it.
No, you can't do anything.
You've got to live with the magnolia, haven't you?
Yeah, you can paint, but then you paint it back to magnolia. Yeah.
So fingers crossed we can find you something that you can genuinely make your own in a part of the world that's clearly tempted you for, well, as you say, Alicia, 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes.
Certainly.
Come on then.
Thank you.
To kick off our property search in Northumberland, we're travelling to the coastal village of Embleton. Just 20 minutes from Bamborough, dominated by its striking castle on a rocky headland. Follow the coast south for 10 miles and just a 10-minute walk from the beach, Embleton has a handful of pubs, a convenient village store and a well-maintained community hall hosting an array of clubs and social events. And not far from the village centre, but enjoying beautiful views over the surrounding countryside, is the first property we've come to see.
Right then, well, let's start with this one.
Nice. No, it looks nice from the outside.
This is Embleton. You know,
We know
it's
Embleton, yeah.
beautiful. So we've been
Yeah,
several
yeah.
times with my sister, walking the
We
dogs.
park up there, walk the dogs on the beach.
Yeah.
excellent. Well, we thought this location would appeal, and as a property, there's really nothing you need to do to it.
Wow.
I think you can just kind of get in and get on with it.
Lovely.
Happy?
Yeah,
Definitely,
it's
yeah.
lovely.
Great start.
Good. Well, let's see what you think of the inside.
you.
Come and have a look.
This 1950s semi has been occupied by the same owners for the past 30 years. During that time, they've carried out extensive renovations to keep the property up to date, and the result is a warm and inviting family home.
We'll be pleased today the heating is on,
Yes, yeah, definitely.
particularly
Feel
today.
that.
Come on in. What do you think?
Really
That's
nice.
Nice. Yeah, nice presentation.
Very cosy.
Cosy, yeah.
In a way, this feels to me a bit like what you're used to in terms of the military, because it's got that 50s build, it's square,
Yeah.
it's very easy to see how everything fits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And actually very easy to adapt
very
Yeah.
much so,
properties like this, which is nice. You could, I guess, think about changing that for a wood burner if you want to.
That's one of the
Yeah.
things we definitely would think of.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's nothing to do, but there's things you could do.
Yeah, obviously there's improvements you could make, but those personal improvements,
Yeah.
not that definitely need to be done.
And we all need to make a few personal improvements, don't we?
We do.
I'm speaking for myself, obviously. Right, come and have a look at the kitchen through here. Now, when the current owners bought this, the property ended at this wall. This was their kitchen. So a few years later, they decided to push it all out. So now you've got the dining here. What's your head on this? I'd square that off if it was me,
Yeah,
to be honest.
definitely, yeah.
But you do get all of this.
No,
it's big space.
Big space.
Very big.
The only elephant in the room.
Yeah, saw that off.
And it's such a shame because it's such a nice thing, isn't
Yeah,
it, in a
yeah,
way?
it's nice.
It's beautifully made, but it's just in the way.
It just stops at exit.
But no, it's very nice. Lovely space.
For now, why don't you two have a run upstairs, check it out, and I'll come and find you out there.
Okay,
Right,
thank
okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Off you go. Yeah, watch your head. Yeah, I would definitely square this off, and it would make the whole thing in there lighter, and all of this feel an awful lot bigger. But I can't wait to see what they make of what they find at the top of the stairs.
Wrapping up the ground floor, there's a handy WC as well as a utility room with direct access to the rear garden. Heading upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms in total, one of which is in use as a nursery but could be repurposed as a home office. All the bedrooms are served by a bright and modern bathroom.
Oh, beautiful view.
Yeah, nice space. It's quite large.
Nice and peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is peaceful.
Lovely room.
Yeah, nothing to do in here.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, it's
Could
nice.
just move straight in.
Oh, that's another nice room. Maybe a little bit too small for our needs.
You can
Not an
get a
awful
lot of
lot.
storage in here, but it still is a visiting room. But yeah, there is
Possibly a little bit
possibly
too
too
small.
small.
It's always tricky when a house tour starts so well and then hits a potential bump in the road. Even so, there's still time to win Alicia and Mark over, and I think I know just what's going to do it.
Right, guys, out you come. How was that up there?
It was really nice, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Downstairs, is spread out, but I think the upstairs is a little bit
Possibly
tight.
a little bit small on the second bedroom in particular.
Well, the garden is not small. Come and have a look at this.
Heading out the back and beyond the patio area, the large lawn runs a fair way down the garden.
Wow.
Beautifully done and dead easy
Yeah, it's beautiful.
to maintain as well.
And there's a seating area at the centre ideally situated for alfresco dining. But that's not all.
How about that then?
Listen, that'd be nice on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, the current owners absolutely love it. There's power up here as well, which is
Oh, wow.
nice.
Wow.
And then behind it, there's a little more practical sort of storage shed for the mower and all that sort of stuff. But you know, it's a lovely garden. There's and actually quite low maintenance.
Maybe a cider tree.
Well, you've got apples here, you've got plums above us. Question is, how much is it going to be on the market for?
That's the difficult one.
Go on then, mate.
Right, I'm going to go for £335,000.
Okay, yeah, Nisha, interesting.
I think it's probably a bit more given the area and the location. I'm going to go £350,000.
Okay. Both of them respectable, one bit more so. However, it is on the market for offers over £360,000
Right.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
because of what it is and where it
And
is.
where
Yeah.
it is, yeah, definitely. The location is superb.
Would you like to have another look around?
Yes,
Definitely.
please. Yeah.
Go on then.
Thank you.
See if you can make sense of that upstairs. Make it work.
Thank you.
We'll try our best.
There you go. Just make it happen.
On the market for offers over £360,000, this semi-detached family home is smartly presented with 3 bedrooms and a large open-plan kitchen diner. The scale of the rear garden and beautiful views from the front are obvious selling points, as is its location. Just 10 minutes from the beach where Alicia and Mark could enjoy salty dog walks on their doorstep.
I've headed you off at the front door.
Yeah.
Good. So I think as a first property, that was rather revealing, actually.
Yes.
Maybe there's a sense that a bit more space is needed upstairs.
Yes, I think so.
But in terms of downstairs,
Yeah, the layout works.
The
yeah.
layout works downstairs.
okay. Right. Fingers crossed then. The next one sorts it out. Come on.
Garden Trust can tell Alicia and Mark about the inclusive space they're creating here.
So, Claire, what's your role at Annett Gardens?
So I work in the community and education team. So the Alnwick Garden became a registered charity in 2003. And where we are standing today is obviously very different to the beautiful gardens, the tourist attraction that you've just had a look around. This is the Roots and Shoots allotments. This is more of the community space. So we offer a diverse range of community programmes.
So is there a favourite community project you've got running at the moment?
I think it'd be wrong to say I had a favourite. I'm really proud of the diverse range of programmes that we offer, but we have specific programmes for the over 55s to reduce social isolation and help them age well. We invite schools in and they grow their own produce and learn about healthy eating to try and reduce obesity. We have over there, we have our Young Gardeners plots, so that's for young people and their families with special educational needs. So it's ongoing, it's ever evolving, and it's, you know, it's just really special place to work and be part of those programmes.
No, it is, it's very good.
With a team of 75 dedicated volunteers and a focus on bringing people together, it's encouraging for new people moving to the area that, should they want to, they'd be welcomed with open arms into this special community. But for now, we're returning to our property search. For our next stop, we're heading south to the mid-Northumberland village of Shilbottle. Located 5 miles inland, Shilbottle was traditionally a centre for coal mining, having begun in the area around 1728. The pit closed in 1981, but what remains are several houses constructed at the start of the 20th century to house the miners and their families. There's a good selection of facilities here, including a cafe and a homeware shop in what was once the local pub. Further amenities can also be found in the town of Alnwick, 3 miles away. And whilst the weather might have turned against us, I'm hoping that with this next house, our property search is moving in the right direction.
Now, this is typical northeast weather, isn't it?
Definitely. Change from this morning.
Now, property number 2, we're in Shilbottle. This is a place I know you know well.
I know very well, yes. My sister is through the gap over there.
I mean, we couldn't be closer, could we?
No.
Is this a property that you've seen before?
I've not been inside the property, I know the property. I've had a barbecue and a beer in the garden before.
Wow, when was that?
Probably about 10, 15 years ago now.
Okay, it might have changed a bit.
Yes, yeah.
But, come on, it's pouring down.
Okay.
Let's get in.
Dating back to 1906, this former miner's cottage has been on the market for less than 3 weeks.
Oh, right. Come on in.
It's been well maintained by the current owners, but it's now ready for some new buyers to come in and put their mark on it.
The first thing that struck me was the height of the ceiling, actually.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
I wasn't expecting
And
that.
that, and the fireplace.
Yeah, I have the same burner, actually.
Really?
Yeah, really good. And would certainly warm up the whole of the ground floor.
Definitely. Nice floors.
I think there are a lot of elements to this that you could really have some fun with, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
What are we thinking?
It's nice.
No, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Is it a bit spooky being so close to your sister?
It is a little bit, but yeah, it has a nice feel.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
have a
Well,
nice feel.
it's quirky.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think my own taste would suggest lightening a lot of this dark wood.
Yeah.
But the space on offer, I think, is terrific.
Yeah.
But come and have a look at the kitchen through here, next to which is dining room in there.
Okay, yeah.
And then you've got all this.
Oh, it's a nice space.
It's a nice space. Nice
Yeah.
flooring.
Yeah.
They're nice units. They look quite new.
I think they've been newly painted. I think they're handmade to a certain extent. But again, it's the space really that's the key ingredient.
I think it feels quite cosy already.
That's interesting because it's not warm in here.
No, but it does feel quite cosy.
Yeah. Again, the height in here.
Oh, it's surprising.
And I like the stone wall. It's a nice...
Yes.
Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the window now bricked up. I have had a look at it from the other side, and you could open that and let a bit more light in if you
Oh, of
wish.
course, yeah.
I mean, is it the sort of thing that entices you to want to make it your own, to
Yes.
bring it back to life?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Probably paint the walls a lighter colour and maybe the woodwork,
Yeah.
lighten the woodwork. And then I think you have to live with it and see how it feels. And maybe for just the two of us, it's maybe too big. Maybe.
Think of Christmas Day. You'll
I
be
know.
glad of all those rings.
No, we're going to the sisters. Already planned that.
Or she might come over here.
That's true,
You know,
yeah.
careful what
Yeah.
you wish for.
Well, let's put the Christmas plans on ice for a moment and turn our attention upstairs. Aside from the odd family gathering, We're looking for a property that serves Alicia and Mark's needs day to day, so I think this bedroom suite will be just the ticket.
Now up here, you get the whole top floor. Because you get this.
Wow.
Surprising.
Yeah, definitely.
Plus, across this upper landing, you get a shower and bath, kind of en suite, really.
Well, really, yeah, because you've got the bathroom downstairs to service the other 2 bedrooms.
Yeah,
And storage.
yeah.
And it's high as well.
Yes, it is, yeah.
I think this is really cosy, and
Yeah,
with,
it's
with
nice.
the the skylights in as well.
Nice views out the window. I can wave to Colette in the morning.
Yeah, good. Is this genuinely of interest?
It is
It is,
actually,
yeah.
yeah.
It'd probably have to be a little bit of a discussion with sister and that to say how close, but the character of the property and the feel of it is quite considerable. I'll have to have a look at the bathroom then if there's a sort of classed as an ensuite.
Be my guest.
Thank you.
Off you go.
Wow, it's up the landing as well.
Yeah. You see, surprises just keep coming.
So this is the ensuite then.
Oh, it's nice. Oh, nice bath. Took
was
around
it?
the corner.
Oh, I didn't expect a bath in here.
No, it's
Wow,
nice.
No, it's big because this just services the 1 bedroom.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it
Very
is like
private
a
bathroom.
private
Familiar.
It does, very familiar.
So how long ago was it that you were here, do you think?
I'd say probably about 15 years ago we were invited round for a barbecue.
It was drier.
It was drier, it was sunnier, it was hotter, it was beautiful.
And is it selling itself to you now?
No,
Well, let's think about the price of this one, because if you're going to get it right on any of our properties this week, surely this is the one.
probably.
probably.
What do you think this is on the market for?
I think probably about £260, £1,000.
If it was £260, they'd be queuing up round the block.
Yeah, I mean,
So let's take £260,000 from you, Alicia, yeah?
And I'm going to go £280,000.
£280,000. You are spot on, sir.
Yes, thank you very
Of
much.
course you are. £280,000. I mean, what do we think about that sort of price?
no,
I think it's
good price.
good price,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah?
Very interesting.
More interesting than the weather.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
let's go.
Thank you.
It's absolutely tipping it down.
This former miner's cottage is brimming with characterful features and offers 3 bedrooms and a really impressive main bedroom suite upstairs. It's an amazing £95,000 under budget, meaning Alicia and Mark would have plenty of money left over to adapt the house as they please.
I could actually feel myself living in this property, whereas I'm not sure I could in property 1. And although the 2nd bedroom is downstairs, it's a workable house, this property, because you have the dining room and you have the kitchen and you have the chance to rescope that and possibly knock the wall through and have a large kitchen diner.
We'd never actually been in the property before, and actually coming into the property, it's quite vast. The actual footprint is so deceiving, it gives us the bedrooms and the space that we require. So everything we sort of asked for, this property gives us.
Hopefully, that has been an interesting, if somewhat wet day.
Yes.
Finished up that way.
But is this a contender?
Yeah, I think it is actually. As it's very nice. Yeah.
Interesting.
And lots of
Nice
potential.
character. Yeah.
Footprint and potential. A few bits, but within our budget, we could easily sort that out.
Good. So it's ended well.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Right, come on then.
But
Let's
we
go
still
and get
need to
dry.
talk to the sister-in-law to make sure she's happy.
I'm sure she will be.
If you're considering a move to Northumberland, here's the inside story on this stunning county's housing market. The average price of a detached property remains incredibly good value and some 30% cheaper than the rest of the UK at just over £320,000. But growth in this region is strong, and a recent rise in second home ownership around desirable spots such as Bamborough and Alnmouth are expected to increase prices further. But if you're just looking for your first home in Northumberland, this budget-friendly county has a tempting selection of properties. Going to auction with a guide price of £225,000, how about this traditional stone cottage? Again, found in the desirable village of Shilbottle, just outside Alnwick, the cottage offers a cosy interior and 3 bedrooms, as well as a perfectly presented lawn garden. For those going all out, this modern 5-bedroom villa with a private annex is on the market for offers in excess of £900,000. Located in the village of Wooler, the property sits on the edge of the Northumberland National Park, with the extensive landscape gardens boasting views over the surrounding countryside. And if all this talk of Northumberland has made you curious to visit, this luxury elevated cabin situated midway between Alnwick and Morpeth is a stylish option for enjoying some downtime. With accommodation for 2 and spa facilities on site, prices start at £765 for a 3-night stay.
Well, so far Mark and Alicia seem to be making all the right noises, but there is one phrase I've yet to hear from either of them, and that, quite simply, is the word wow. So we have one more day to come and one more property to see. It is, of course, time to reveal our mystery house. I guarantee they will not be expecting to see anything like this. What's more, it comes with some fabulous green credentials.
Our property search is concluding in the village of Hadston, some 2.5 miles south of Amble. The waterfront town of Amble lies at the mouth of the River Coquet and is considered the southern gateway to the Northumberland coast area of outstanding natural beauty. Amble's popularity as a holiday destination has been steadily on the rise, with the waterways around the town attracting sailing and water sports enthusiasts. And the Amble Harbour Village offers a welcome dose of retail therapy. Because I enjoy building some suspense and excitement for what will be our final property tour, we're making a pit stop in this delightful harbour town.
This is lovely, isn't it?
It's
It is
beautiful.
beautiful.
I'll be honest, I never thought this week we'd be having ice cream by the seaside.
No, not at all.
But here we are in Amble. I know you know this place really well.
Yes, yeah.
This is a popular haunt, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We often come here with my sister and the children when they were younger. I think coming back to the area and not actually visiting family, but actually purposely viewing for a home,
Yeah.
it's definitely made up our minds that Northumberland is a place that we want to settle down.
It is. It was that link to family and knowing the area, knowing Northumberland, and know how beautiful it is, as we can see today on a day like this.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So yeah, it's definitely the place we will be. Not
Yeah,
want to
we
be,
will
we will be.
Yeah.
Well, we've got one more property to show you, and that, of course, is our mystery house. We've talked a lot about the coast this week and your desire to be near to it. We'll be pleased to know that our mystery house is a 10-minute drive from here.
Oh, wow.
So all that's familiar about Amble will be absolutely
Sounds
on your
good.
doorstep. Does that sound interesting?
Yeah, it
Certainly.
does.
It's a bit of a gamble,
Okay.
to be honest. It's not where you think it's going to be, and it's probably
Okay.
not what you think it's going to be. But let's be frank, we've been gambling all week. So let's just roll those dice one more time.
Leaving Mark and Alicia to enjoy an amble in Amble, I'm taking a solo drive to the mystery house for a taste of what's to come.
Come and have a quick look at our mystery house, a sneak preview. This is what I'm going to broker to Mark and to Alicia. Now, if this doesn't look like a classic bit of Northumbrian architecture, you're absolutely right. This was designed and built in Finland. And no surprise, it does come with some outstanding green credentials. And this is what greets you. Look at it, all this exposed wood, this great big atrium, this glass window that's pouring heat into it. Even on a chilly day like today, it is roasting in here. I think this is a really impressive build. And in terms of it being cheap to run, it's a no-brainer. Surely that is going to appeal to a couple like Mark and Alicia, who are now considering retiring. Fingers crossed, they like it.
The chance to show them this property was one we couldn't pass up. After decades spent living within the limitations of military dwellings, this house provides an opportunity for them to live somewhere truly unique.
What do you think?
Wow, it's really unusual.
It's not what you were expecting, is it?
No,
Not at all.
What do you make of it, Mark?
Swedish ski chalet, maybe?
Yeah, go with Finnish. Okay. I think this is a really interesting property. It gives you loads of space, very little maintenance, and practically no bills.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a slice of Scandinavia
It is, isn't
in
it?
Northumberland.
Yeah. It's very interesting, yeah. It really looks nice.
Well, that idea of the ski chalet
Yeah.
might not be far off. Come and have a look.
This Finnish-designed eco-home was built in 2008 and is one of a handful of super sustainable dwellings within the development. It's kitted out with 16 solar panels and a clever drainage system for harvesting rainwater. But, as we've already seen, its green credentials haven't meant compromising on great design.
There, what do you reckon? It's another wow.
I actually feel like I'm on holiday.
Yeah. Is that a full height?
Yeah, come and look at this. Yeah. And then it goes up to this really clever sort of mezzanine arrangement there.
Wow, that's quite spectacular, isn't it? To be there.
It is.
The full height here is.
Yeah. And you've got the wood burner here. And of course, the heat coming off of that flue is all going to help.
boy.
As is the solar gain that comes through these enormous windows.
I'm dying to see what's up there.
Well, you will.
Is it the sauna?
Well, you might be forgiven for thinking that. It doesn't actually have a sauna.
Oh.
Maybe that's the thing you should add.
One part of this house that doesn't need any additions is the kitchen. Although smaller than some we've seen previously, it feels smart and fresh.
It's a nice kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Really crisp. And again, bit of a sort of utility area out there.
Right.
And all the gubbins for the clever plumbing and the solar and all of that is accessible through there as well. But is it appealing, this?
It's interesting, but would I want to live here permanently? I don't know. I don't know whether I would want to live.
Kind of does feel a bit holiday-ish, and I suppose it's because we've never been in a property like this, and if we have, it feels a bit like a holiday chalet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I look out the window and I'm like, oh no.
I'm in the northeast.
Yes. Yeah. But it's not a bad thing.
No.
But it's just very different.
Yeah.
Very
Trying to
different.
get your head around it.
Yeah.
Could you, or would you want to?
You'll only know the answer to that once you've seen the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Go on, off you go.
Thank you.
Go and explore it at your
Thank
leisure.
you.
It's really, really good fun, this. Isn't that interesting that they're slightly concerned that maybe it feels a little bit like they're on holiday, but bearing in mind they are about to retire, I think that's a good thing.
Another good thing about this one-of-a-kind property are the 3 bedrooms, 2 of which are located on the ground floor, where there's also a shower room.
Wow, it's a nice bright room.
It's a large room, but do you not feel it pulls you in?
What, all the wood?
Yeah. Just the ceiling, the walls, and everything.
I think it's
just-
because you're not used to so much wood.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
a good size room, and it's got fitted wardrobes
Yeah,
as well.
they're really nice.
That's good storage. It's nice and quiet as well.
Oh, it is quiet, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And warm.
The principal bedroom is upstairs, where a galleried landing provides another spot to take in the feature window, as well as additional seating and an office area.
Wow, a lovely space.
The windows, so the full height there and the looking out onto there is just fabulous. That is nice.
You know, the real joy of properties like this is that they come with the plans attached, so the planning department can see exactly what it is you're proposing. Plus, they're really adaptable because it's all timber. I think we're going to see a lot more of these in the UK as we go into the future, not least because they are sustainable and they're really easy to run.
Oh, this is a beautiful room.
Yeah, this is a main bedroom and a half.
It is lovely.
It is. And this one's, the wood has been taken away so it doesn't feel so on top of you, if you know
So
what I
big,
mean.
isn't it?
This must be the ensuite. That's not an ensuite, Lee.
Oh, wow.
That's a full-on
Beautiful.
bathroom. That's no ensuite. Wow.
Really nice.
The main bedroom suite seems to have impressed, but what about outside? The splendid gardens that surround the property are fully enclosed and mostly lawned. And if they've not had their fill of wood by now, there's also a timber summerhouse for good measure.
Come on out.
Thank you.
Enjoy the sunshine while we've got it.
I know.
Tell you what, those solar panels are working hard this afternoon, aren't they?
Yes.
So, has it grown on you, do you think?
Yes, it has. I think it's a lovely property, actually. Very big.
Yeah, it's grown on me as I went upstairs, definitely.
It's not a massive footprint, but goodness me, it packs a lot in.
It does.
But let's have a think about the price of this one. What do you feel this might be on the market for?
I'm going to go for £365,000.
Okay, sir.
No, I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go £320,000.
Ooh, that hurt, didn't it? Well, here's the thing. You've both sort of straddled it, really. This is on the market for offers in the region of £345,000.
All right.
Right, yeah.
Now, we are in an area which is famed for its value for money, but even so, I think it's a really interesting proposition, and its green credentials, I think, are really tantalising.
They
Yes.
are, yeah.
You probably don't need to see more of this, do you?
I wouldn't mind having a wander around and have a look at the workshop and that.
Yeah. Go on then. Off you go. Make the best of it.
Thank you.
And I will find you later. Well, it just goes to show you can't win them all, but of course, famously, they can afford to buy only one of the properties we are brokering this week. But I am really pleased we've come here. I think it's a really interesting option, and I think it definitely points the way to the future for us all.
Despite being under budget, this detached eco home delivers on all of our buyers' wish list with 3 bedrooms, an enclosed garden and tons of characterful features. Its position is also ideal for a couple who love to walk their dog on the beach, being just a short drive from Amble and the Northumberland coast area of outstanding natural beauty.
I really like the Mystery House. The bedroom's large, it's bright, it's airy, and it has a wonderful ensuite, the best ensuite I've seen. I think that's a beautiful space. There are certain parts of the Mystery House that does feel like you're in a chalet and a holiday home.
Yeah, when we lived in Germany, we often travelled down to the Black Forest in that area, and we've stayed in places like this, so it just straight away it brought back memories of holidays instead of living. That's just not right for me at this time.
Are we all done?
We are.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Right, mate, grab the door. That's your last job this week. Well, last but one. Now, both of you have got to try and figure out what you do next.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure.
What a wild week we've had in Northumberland. The weather may have been slightly temperamental, but one constant was our commitment to finding Alicia and Mark their forever home. In the village of Embleton, a well-presented semi was close to the sea and in turnkey condition.
Oh, beautiful view.
Yeah, nice space. Nothing to do in here.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No, it's
Could
nice.
just move straight in.
Then in Shillbottle, a budget-friendly miner's cottage took Alicia on a trip down memory lane.
Is this a property that you've seen before?
I've had a barbecue and a beer in the garden before.
Wow, when was that?
Probably about 10, 15 years ago now.
Okay, it might have changed a bit.
Yes, yeah.
And we rounded things off with the Mystery House, a one-of-a-kind timber eco-home on the edge of desirable Amble.
It feels a bit like a holiday chalet, and then I look out the window and I'm like, oh no.
I'm in the northeast.
Yes, yeah.
Well, in fairness to both Mark and Alicia, they have given every property we've shown them this week due and just consideration. But my hunch, if it's right, is that the one they might go for may just take them closer to family than even they might have been expecting at the start of our search. Let's see if I'm right. Wow. Been a really interesting week, isn't it? Good fun. Where are we?
I think we are in a place.
Ah, go on. Which is it?
I think we're going to have another look at the house in Shilbottle.
How interesting.
Yeah, I think we're going to try and arrange a second viewing. But yes, I think the Shilbottle one is the one in the running.
It's a stone's throw from your sister.
Yes.
Have you cleared this with her yet?
No.
And let's remind ourselves too of the price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You know, £280,000, comfortably below your budget.
Well below. It gives us that ability to throw some money
Yeah,
at it to get it what we want.
Yeah.
And the excitement of being creative.
I think so, yeah. I mean, we know the gardens is just wonderful for when we have family visit and everything. So, yeah, I do envisage some good times in the garden.
Well, guys, I'm absolutely delighted. I think across the piece we gave you some really interesting options, not least our mystery house, our super eco mystery house, but maybe you could take some of the lessons of that into the property in Shilbottle.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you. It's been a wonderful week. It
Well,
really has.
an absolute pleasure. We have genuinely had an awful lot of fun, haven't we?
Yes.
We might continue to have a little bit more fun after this.
Thank you.
Here's to you. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, having the chance to come back to Northumberland this week has for me been a long overdue treat, a trip down memory lane, if you like. But as our time here now draws to a close, I am confident that both Mark and Alicia are now that bit closer to finding their new home, one which, at long last, they can finally make their own. I'll see you next time.